Okay, today we're going to talk about this Vevor winch that they sent me. So shout out to them for sending this to me. This is a 13,000 pound winch to go on Jeeps and what have you, but we're going to do something a little bit different with it, so stay tuned. So as we take a look at this box they sent, it's kind of roughed up. It's taped here. I'm sure the one that you order won't do that. This is probably just a promotional item to send to YouTubers like me. So anyhow, again, they sent this to me. I did not pay for it, but I will put a link down in the description for if you want to take a look at this. And from what I understand, this winch might be back ordered right now. It seems to be pretty popular online. So if it is back ordered, check out some of the other stuff. They got a lot of interesting stuff on their website. But okay, so let's back to unbox this and see what we got. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open this slightly damaged box and see what we got. So as we open it, we will see everything. You know, first thing I always look at to see if it looks like it's like a return or something like that. It does not look like that. It does look like it is a semi-factory fresh unit here. All right. Got the controller box. We'll put that here. Looks like a ground cable. Looks like the controller, wired controller at that. This does have remote control, so this is the remote controller. Here is your hook. Couple of brackets here for the control box. Nice thick aluminum fair lead mounting bolts. These do look galvanized, so that's kind of cool. And the owner's manual. Let's see what the winch looks like. There she is. Nice bright orange cabling. Cool. So what we're going to do, if you come take a look at this JK, this has a Smitty built 9,500 pound winch that I've had on here for years. This winch has been so-so. The pulling power is good. The problem, couple of issues that I've had with this Smitty built. This is that one there, the RC 9500. The problem with this is that this has always been extremely tight and hard to do here. This free spool clutch, and of course, as you see, it is your basic wire, and this is where the big problem comes. So I've had to replace this twice. You see, the problem with this is that it sits right on top. So where do you think all of the water goes? It goes right in here and it sits and it corrodes these terminals. Now, I did do a modification on this winch. As you can see, this has probably been on here about 10 years or maybe a little less, but you see the UV protection is not too great. But what I had to do to keep I keep a lot of dielectric grease in here to keep it from corroding now. And I also I wired in, and I'll leave a link right up here, I wired in an in-cab switch. So if you come over here, you will see the in-cab switch, and you can watch that video for that right here. There's a dead man switch here. You turn that on, and then you can do your winch in and out. This winch does not have a wireless option, and the new one does, but I think I'm going to go a different route. So I might leave this winch on here, and let me show you what I'm going to do. A while back, I went to Harbor Freight and got this on clearance. This is a Hitch receiver mount, okay? So what I think I'm going to do, now they make a Badland one now, which is a little bit more beefy than this, but this is going to serve my purpose. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Vevor winch on this, and therefore I can use it on multiple vehicles in the Hitch for reversing reverse pulling. I can also use this on trailers that have a little Hitch receiver mounted with a battery, so we can pull cars up on it. So I think that's the route I'm going to go with this Vevor 13,500 pound winch. So let's see what it looks like when I put a clip in here. This is the newer version of the winch mount here at Harbor Freight. Now, according to the box, this is the model SC13000, which is right here. Got the rope diameter, 80-foot rope. So what we want to do is, they have many different products. I suggest you go on their website and take a look at them. But the SC13000, the one that we've got here, is a 6.6 horsepower, and the gear ratio is 195.8 to 1. Now, what this means is that motor is going to turn 195.8 times to one rotation. So that means there's a lot of torque that you're going to get there. 1.8, it says 80 feet of rope here. And so let's take a look at the wire that it comes with. Okay, I measured these cables that come, this power one comes pre-installed to your solenoid there. And these are 6 feet exactly in length, the negative and the positive, and your control wires here look to be about 18 inches, and they go to the top. The first thing you want to do before you bolt this thing up is you need to flip it over and hook up the ground on the bottom, because once you bolt this thing up, you're not going to be able to get to this very easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take the ground cable, and we're going to hook it to this terminal right here. And this is a 14 millimeter. Now we're going to line that up on this plate. Okay, now the way that this mounting system works, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the nuts here, and you're going to put it in the slot like that. And when you put this through your plate or what have you, it will go in here and tighten up. Okay, we'll need to snip that because we have to have this go through the fair lead, and I'm already seeing I probably need to put the fair lead thing on first, so let me do that. The bolts that actually come with this thing are different sizes, so you have 2 short ones. I think the threads and everything are the same, 2 short ones and 2 long ones. The short ones are for the fair lead, so we're going to put that on, and we will feed this through here and line up our bolt holes. And screwing this into your winch bumper is pretty easy. See how these nuts are flat or square? So basically what you do is you just stick them in this little slot right here, just like that. And then we take this and we go underneath here, the hole, and it will go right into the nut. And once you've got that done, just tighten them up like this. These are 16 millimeter. All right, it's time to put the hook on. Very simple. Comes with the hook, this pin, and a Carter key. All right, very simple setup, as you can see there. Okay, now all we've got left to do is wiring it, and that is extremely easy. Now, since I'm wiring this up as a portable hitch-mounted device, we're going to mount this right on top of the winch right here, and it comes with a couple of brackets to be able to do that. So I'm going to show you how we do that. You just snap that here, and then you will just screw it in. So it looks like I have to screw in those brackets first. Okay, once you set that on there, make sure all your lines are clear. You can slide this back and forth, maybe on one side or the other. Make sure it's clipped here, and then all you've got to do is tighten these screws up on this end here once you get it where you want it. Okay, now that everything is mounted, all you've got to do is wire the solenoid box here up to here. Now this is very easy. You see you have a blue, yellow, and red ring. All you've got to do is match the wires up accordingly, blue, yellow, and red. And once you get them screwed down, basically you just pull the boot over it, and it'll look like this. Okay, that's what it looks like all hooked up. Now there's not much more you have to do other than hook it to a battery. So you've got the main 6-foot cable here, and your 6-foot ground cable here. All right, one of the things I forgot to do is connect this thin wire from this solenoid to terminal A, which is underneath here. So I've got to get under here and connect that right there. Okay, simple hookup. Now that I've got it installed, I just connected it to this battery that I have right here. And you know, when you have it in engage, that means that it is engaged with the gear system in there, and it is ready to operate. If I go to disengage, then you can free spool it out. You see how I can pull it out like this? Okay, that's when you need to bring it out manually by hand, but I'm going to engage it now. And sometimes it won't engage all the way. You just have to move it till it gets to the gear, and I plugged in the wired remote, as you see right here, and I will hit out, and it's working as it should. And it comes with this nifty wireless remote, and with this wireless remote I can go out or in, which is really a nice feature. One of the things I already have a little criticism on, I don't like when they put the input for your wired remote here on the top, because all that does is it invites water to get in. It's better to be put on the side, because you will have the same situation that I had with that Smittybilt that I have out there. So I may try to do a modification on that later. But all right, so let's see how this thing is going to work in real life use on the Hitch. Okay, so this is the final product. This is what it would look like in a receiver hitch. You just got to run it all the way to the battery. Your cable's there, and now you have an additional solution to be able to pull yourself out backwards. Thank you again, Vevor, for sending this winch. So this is exactly what I was looking for to put on one of these portable receiver winch mounts. This is not the ideal solution for like a Jeep or anything like that, but it's a specific tool that I need to be able to get certain people out in certain situations. So hopefully this helps you make an informed buying decision. I'll put a link for this thing down and below. It might be out at the time that I film this, but they have a lot of interesting other products in there that's at an affordable price. So y'all have a great day.